This newsreel is being brought to you by Jewel Roofing and Gutters. Don't be a victim of those fly-by-night roofers. Call a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. A home in Springfield on Highway 161 is a total loss after a fire that broke out sometime before 10 p.m. Tuesday evening. Several sources, including firefighters at the scene, indicated that they didn't believe that anyone was living at the home and that it probably had been empty for some years. Though fire crews indicated the home seemed to be empty, if you look to the left of your screen, there must have been some old fireworks left over in the home. You can see them going off there, but it was all short-lived and nobody was injured in the fire. The address of the structure was not clearly marked, but we believe it to be 5033 Highway 161 in Springfield. As you know, we've had our fair share of fires in Robertson County, especially vacant buildings and some old barns, but in this case, when fire crews arrived, they realized that they had some sparking going on inside the home, meaning that there was still electrical power hooked up to the home, and the wires were beginning to arc together as a result of the fire. Whether or not that is a cause of the fire will be up to fire investigators to determine. Assistant Fire Chief Robert Clark stepped aside to speak to Smokey about the fire.
We arrived on the scene. The whole back part of the house was fully involved. Hadn't been out anybody living here. It's probably been 10, 15 years at least. Don't really know what started. There was power on the house. We had CEMC come out and
there was power hooked up though.
There was power hooked up. CEMC came out and killed the fire. They had a pretty extended time getting here, so there were certain areas we couldn't get to due to the power lines. But you know, the house it was pretty well. It's empty as far as we know. It didn't have anything in it, even though it did have power on it.
Saw some fireworks.
Yeah. Don't know if they. Of course, it had a full basement under the house, the way it appears anyway. Don't really know what was in it, so there were several things that went off. Don't really know what they were. Nothing extravagant. We did get it knocked down though. We're just hitting hot spots right now, but it is a total loss.
With power hooked up to it, that could shift it away from it being deliberately set, right?
Right. I don't know if it's always had power, or if maybe a lot of old houses sometimes they come in and try to renovate and do some things, this, that, and the other. That could have been the case. I don't even know who owns it yet. I'll have to see if I can get that information from dispatch.
Responding to the fire was North Robertson Fire and Rescue, the Robertson County EMS, Adams Fire, and the Robertson County Rescue Squad. If any new information becomes available to us as a result of the investigation of the fire, we will certainly bring that to you. This has been Jim Ball reporting for Smoky Barn News in Springfield. Strong weather in Middle Tennessee has caused thousands of dollars in damages. When your roof is damaged, don't mess around with it. Call a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. As Ben Jewell says, don't be a victim of those fly-by-night knucklehead storm-chasing roofers that have warranties that last as long as the tire marks they leave in your driveway. At Jewel Roofing and Gutters, we have over 250 years of combined experience. We're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. We are honored to have provided free roofing for Habitat for Humanity and St. Jude's free home giveaway. Jewel Roofing has been the recipient of the Seal of Satisfaction Award for Roofing for the past 6 years. So don't get caught out in the cold like this little fella. After all, your property is one of your top investments, so leave it in the hands of a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. See a link to our Facebook page below this video.